question about the weather. We're going to ride tonight. And it's going to be great. Sonny, thank you so much. Harry, thank you for everything that you do for us. Everybody welcome Gary Sinise. My buddy Trombone Shorty, Troy Andrews. We have the Imagination Movers that are with us. Thank you so much. Mariska Hargitay, Norman and Tillman. Norman and Tillman, where you at? Look, that's them right there. Norman and Tillman. Yes, exactly. My wife Cheryl, the First Lady, is with us today. And y'all, the great Ruby Rick Bridges is in the back. He's going to be riding tonight. Ruby, thank you so much. This is a great parade. You guys are going to represent well. I know you're going to have a great time. But I want to now call up Dr. Nick Mueller, who, as you know, is running the World War II Museum, the first congressionally designated international World War II museum. And if you haven't seen it, you got to go see it. Who's going to give a shout out and an introduction to Gary Sinise. So please help me welcome Dr. Nick Mueller.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, and thank you to Orpheus for giving us this opportunity today. Most of you know the National World War II Museum just a few blocks from here. And all of us at the museum were so pleased to hear that Gary Sinise would reign as monarch for this year's Orpheus Parade. And I can assure you, Gary, that this experience is right up there. It's the best that Hollywood and television and theater have to offer. So thank you to the organization for allowing the museum this opportunity while Gary is here in New Orleans to do something that we have been trying to get together and coordinate to do for him for about the past year, and that is to bestow upon him our Silver Service Medallion. Now I have to say, this is the first time I've offered presented a serious medallion in front of a bunch of clowns. However, but I do notice you got some centurions around to give it a military flavor, so that's good. Also, we got some of our active military around back here, and to give a shout out to them. And I'd be remiss if I didn't call out Erwin Johnson, survivor of the Bataan Death March and POW camp in Manchuria. Erwin Johnson, World War II, survivor of the Bataan. Any other World War II veterans, if they're here, please stand to be recognized. If not any other veterans, wave your hands from wherever you are, and thank you for your support. Now, we know that even during the worst days of World War II, the USO, with Bob Hope and others, brought a lot of entertainment and joy to our troops, both at home and overseas. So we just pause just a moment to recognize Gary Sinise for this medallion I'm about to give him. We use this medallion as an opportunity to recognize extraordinary individuals who uphold the values of service and patriotism as exhibited by Americans during World War II. And these are people who serve as models, role models today as we grapple with our country's challenges. And some of them contribute directly to the advancement of the World War II Museum. And specifically, some of you might know that Gary Sinise did so. We worked with Tom Hanks in the production of the 4D show that we show every day at the museum, Beyond All Boundaries. And one of the voices on that show, accompanying the film, is the voice of Gary Sinise, who's playing the role of Ernie Powell, the famous World War II correspondent. And for thousands of visitors around the country and around the world, Gary is Ernie Powell, taking back to that important time in our history. But beyond the museum, the community service work of Gary and his close associates warrants all the recognition that we can give to him. And of course, you all are familiar from him from his movie days as Forrest Gump and also Mac Taylor on CSI. But among America's wounded warriors and other military veterans and emergency response workers, Gary stands out because of his personal support for them. And through the foundation, which bears his name, through performances of his Lieutenant Dan Mann and special projects, Gary Sinise shows appreciation to those who serve and protect the rest of us, often at great risk to themselves. He's deeply involved with the Medal of Honor Foundation, has provided essential support for the program Building America's Bravest, which builds customized homes for severely wounded individuals from our armed forces, and his band and he raise funds for wounded warrior programs that raise the spirit of our veterans and their families. He's also involved with the USO at the Los Angeles International Airport, where they provide barbecue meals for the troops about to be deployed, giving them a memorable taste of home as they prepare for their new missions overseas. Recently, the foundation, Gary Sinise Foundation, has helped raise and funnel resources to the citizens and victims of Hurricane Sandy, and all of us here who survived Katrina know how close to home that strikes us. Gary's initiatives are very important to us at the World War II Museum, where we support and play host to all veterans of our country's armed forces, regardless of their time of service. So we have all of these and many more reasons to honor Gary and his contributions, especially for those who serve this country. So today it gives me special pleasure to welcome Gary up here to allow me to present him with our American Spirit Medallion.
I've never accepted an award in front of a bunch of clowns. Nick, thank you very much. I didn't really know that this was going to happen like this. I thought we were going to be in the back room and kind of do it by ourselves. But I very much appreciate it. I've been involved with veterans' causes and issues and organizations for going back to the 80s, and now we have so many in need out there who are serving our country. There's a way that I can pitch in and help, and by supporting a lot of great organizations that give back to our veterans. So anybody who's interested in seeing a little bit more of that can go to GarySiniseFoundation.org and just see what the programs are about. And I want to thank Harry and everybody for Mitch. Thank you all for having me here. This is my first time at Mardi Gras, and so. I was walking around last night. I had to pull the hat down, stay under wraps a little bit. It was kind of crazy out there, so I'm very much looking forward to this, and looking forward to all of you here in my band. We've been touring the world for 10 years, going around doing what we can on military bases, overseas, and here at home. We just came from Hurlburt Field, where we played for the Aviators up there, and we've got a lot of stuff on the books. But I'm really glad to be here tonight to be able to play for you and to hear Harry play. I'm a big fan. I'm just so thrilled to be able to be here with you and to hear you tonight. And maybe you'll come on my TV show if we come back next year. Let's all pray for season 10.